Happy Sabbath, beloved brothers and sisters. There's a lot of talk of Donald Trump being the Antichrist. But what does the Bible actually say about the Antichrist? And what does Donald Trump have to do with Bible prophecy? This is going to be a two-part series, so let's get into it. First off, the question is this: is Donald Trump the Antichrist? Well, to figure out who the Antichrist actually is, we need to know the Bible definition of the term Antichrist. It simply means that you oppose Christ. You're against Christ. However, based on this definition alone, how can you conclude that Donald Trump is indeed the Antichrist? Do you realize how many people on earth take that same position? In fact, 90% of Christians go around acting like devils themselves, right? Anybody that opposes Jesus is indeed an Antichrist, but there is only one who is the Antichrist. I would like to take you to the book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time. Now, do these characteristics sound like Donald Trump? Sure, he's got a potty mouth. Sure, he's made some mean tweets and hurt your feelings, but does he honestly fit this criteria? Let's move on to the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verses 3 and 4. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. So how about this? Does Trump fit this criteria? Sure, you could say he opposes God by the way he acts, but as I said a moment ago, 90% of Christians do the exact same thing. But does Trump exalt himself so much? In so much that he thinks he's more powerful than God? Does he sit in the temple claiming that he is God? Not at all. Sure, he might be prideful, stubborn, and thinks he is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but so is 90% of the world's population. So again, how is Donald Trump the Antichrist again? If anything, the Word of God proves that he is not. The only reason people claim that he is because of the pride and disdain of this man in their own hearts, which makes them no better than he is. And on top of that, they believe 100% that Trump is going to lead this country to forming the image of the beast and the enforcing of Sunday laws. Albeit that is very possible, beloved. But it's mere speculation at best. They swear up and down that it is going to be the religious right that makes this happen. So we need to stay away from the right. Again, that is mere speculation. But what about the left? It is the left that is pushing for socialism, climate change or green Sabbath, universalism, New Age, etc. Pope Francis is for these things, and they all are pushing for Sunday laws. So wouldn't it then be safe to say then that all of this could go down under the left side as well? So shouldn't we also then stay away from the left? Or maybe it is just their hate for one man that causes them to believe this way in the first place. I wasn't hearing any of this under Biden. The point I'm trying to make here is that instead of staying away from the religious right, we stay away from politics altogether. We're on neither side, beloved. We're on the side of God. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who is in office. When God says it's time, then it's time. But he's waiting for you. He's waiting for his people to have his character fully reproduced in their hearts. But how can they have that if all his people are talking about is Trump this, Trump that, I hate Trump, I don't like him? believing the lies in the media, spreading that same rhetoric, bearing false witness about a man you've never even talked to in your life. Here's an idea. Instead of worrying about how it's going to go down and when it's going to go down and worrying about someone else, how about we start preparing for it? Christians thought they knew it all until COVID hit, and then they all had no clue. They started freaking out. They're like, oh, it wasn't supposed to be this way. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, friends, and pray for those in Congress. Pray for those who are in leadership positions. They need Jesus too, and Jesus wants to save them just as much as us. When we spread false narratives and hate, we are no more saved than they are. I want you to keep that in mind, beloved. So now we know that Donald Trump is not the Antichrist. In part 2, we will find out who the Antichrist really is. So until next time, this is John Tinsley with Everlasting Rock Ministries. And always remember, the truth never fails. God bless you.